Venezuela was struck by two massive earthquakes Wednesday evening, and the scale of what has happened is still becoming clear. But what is already confirmed is deeply alarming. The first quake, a magnitude 7.2, struck at 22:04 UTC, east-northeast of San Felipe in Yaracu State, at a depth of 21.9 kilometers. 39 seconds later, a magnitude 7.5 earthquake struck north of the first, near Umare, at a depth of just 10 kilometers. Two enormous earthquakes, back-to-back, in under a minute. The quakes are among the strongest to strike Venezuela in more than a century. The destruction is severe and still being assessed. Dozens of buildings reportedly collapsed across Caracas, including a bank. Venezuelan Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello said that the Los Palos Grandes and Altamira municipalities were the worst affected parts of the city. In an unspecified area in southeastern Caracas, almost all high-rise buildings were heavily damaged or destroyed, with many collapsing. Simón Bolívar International Airport was damaged, and all flights departing from or arriving there were canceled. Buildings also collapsed in Trujillo, Carabobo, Aragua, Miranda, and La Guaira. Acting President Delcy Rodriguez declared a state of emergency and confirmed 20 aftershocks had already been recorded, urging Venezuelans to remain outdoors, as aftershocks could cause further structural collapses. The USGS issued a stark warning. High casualties and extensive damage are probable, and the disaster is likely widespread. Estimating the eventual death toll could range between 10,000 and 100,000. Those figures represent worst-case projections based on building density, population exposure, and construction quality, not confirmed casualties. Official casualty numbers have not yet been released by Venezuelan authorities, and the full scale of the disaster will take days to emerge as rescue teams reach affected communities. The quake was felt as far away as the Colombian capital of Bogotá, where alarms sounded and residents evacuated buildings, with Colombia's National Seismological Network receiving more than 200 tremor reports nationwide. One humanitarian worker from World Vision, around 4 hours away from Caracas, said he was watching a film with his family when everything went dark and everything started to shake. He described the shaking lasting 2 to 3 minutes. It felt endless, and said there were many collapsed buildings with people too afraid to return indoors because of aftershocks. That account, from someone hours away from the epicenter, gives some sense of just how vast the affected zone is. A tsunami threat was briefly issued for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands following the earthquake, though the U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center subsequently confirmed there was no tsunami danger. Trump posted on social media that the U.S. stands ready, willing, and able to help, saying he had instructed all government agencies to prepare to move quickly. The last earthquakes of comparable severity in Venezuela killed 73 people in the Northeast in 1997 and 236 people in Caracas in 1967. Tonight, rescue teams are working through rubble in the dark. The aftershocks keep coming, and Venezuela already facing